Hi everybody, Dr. Kinney here. I'm going to be chatting today about some of the top signs that can indicate that you may be suffering from adrenal fatigue. So the first one that I most commonly see is people come in and they tell me that they're having trouble sleeping. And when I ask a little bit more, is it trouble falling asleep? They'll say, no, I usually can fall asleep, but I keep waking up between 3 and 4 a.m. and I'm wide awake and my thoughts are racing and I can't go back to sleep. This is often a major indicator that your adrenals are either kicked into overdrive or they're starting to kind of malfunction. So basically your adrenals are starting to turn on cortisol production too early. This should be happening between 6 and 7 a.m. when our cortisol should be at its highest. But when we've been kind of in adrenal overdrive for a while, the body starts to think, oh my gosh, I better get her into fight or flight earlier. So the body turns on that cortisol response at 3 a.m. And this is why you literally feel wide awake at 3 a.m. and your thoughts are racing because your body's kind of ready to go. But on the flip side, you're still tired. You haven't gotten enough sleep. So if you're someone who's kind of noticing that you've been waking up a lot in the middle of the night, but more so that 3 a.m.-ish, that can be a major sign that your adrenals are starting to have some issues. The second biggest thing I see is difficulty losing weight even though you're doing everything right. You may be eating right, you're exercising, you're eating, a low amount of calories, and maybe 10 years ago, this used to be the thing that you would do and you would drop weight like that, and now it's like the weight will not budge at all, and you're feeling really frustrated, and you've had your thyroid checked and it's normal, and this is often a major sign that your adrenals are just, they're kind of shot. And basically what happens is that the body is, because you don't have enough cortisol when you're in adrenal fatigue or the cortisol is being pumped out at the wrong times, your body doesn't have the resources to deal with some of the other issues it has going on. So weight loss kind of gets added to the bottom of the to-do list. It's like, all right, we got to use whatever cortisol we have to maintain all the other things we have going on. So weight loss kind of, like I said, it gets pushed to the bottom of the to-do list, and this can be really frustrating. So if you're having a difficult time losing weight, even though you're eating all the right things, you are exercising, and you're kind of doing what used to work and it's no longer working, chances are there's something going on with your adrenals. The third sign I've seen is that you are exhausted in the mornings. You're so tired you can barely keep your eyes open, so you're drinking caffeine, and you don't really, you feel like your brain doesn't really turn on until maybe 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and then you feel like you're kind of wide awake throughout maybe into the evening. This is another sign that your cortisol or circadian rhythm is really off, and this tends to happen kind of in that second stage of adrenal fatigue. So that's number 3. The fourth one is that you're starting to have some digestive issues. If you're noticing that you're either constipated or you're having some gas and bloating, maybe you think you have SIBO, these can all also be major signs of adrenal fatigue. And this is because when your body's been in fight or flight for a long period of time, it basically means all that blood flow goes to your arms and legs, so there's no blood flow going to the digestive tract. And when that happens, and when there's no blood flow in the digestive tract, that means you're not going to be turning on all the digestive juices, so you won't be breaking down food properly in your stomach, which then means you won't be absorbing food properly when it gets into the small intestine. And this can cause constipation, it can cause gas. This can also be one of the things that triggers and kind of contributes to difficulty losing weight. You may be eating, but your body is actually not absorbing the calories, so you're kind of putting your body into starvation mode. Being in that constant fight or flight state really takes a toll on your digestive tract. And when you're starting to see digestive issues, this is a major red flag that something's probably going on with those adrenals. Number 5, and the last one that I want to talk about, is that maybe you used to feel awesome after exercising. You'd go for a run and you'd feel great the rest of the day, even the next day. If you start to feel worse after exercise, an hour, 2 hours, like you feel even more tired, that's a major sign that something's not right. And really it means is that when you're exercising, you're actually putting extra stress on your adrenals and they can't tolerate it. So if exercise used to be kind of your go-to thing that made you feel awesome, and now you feel like crap after you exercise, another red flag that adrenals are probably off. So there's some kind of things to look for if you've been kind of reading about adrenal fatigue. Maybe do I have this? Maybe I don't. Like I said, if you're already a patient and we've talked about this, if you're a patient of mine and we haven't talked about this, please call, get on the schedule, and we can chat about it some more. And also, if you want to attend my workshop coming up in October, it's going to be on October 11th. It's called the Ultimate Stress Reset Workshop, a natural approach to eliminating adrenal fatigue. We're going to cover a lot of really great information on how to reset how your body responds to everyday stressors so we don't end up getting adrenal fatigue. And we're also going to talk about a lot of ways that we can reboost and reboot your adrenals and kind of eliminate a lot of these symptoms that I talked about today. So there'll be more details above in the email. Hope everyone is having a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you soon.